Alright, let's do this. See if sleeping has helped. And also watching footage of the boss fight. Let's see. Let's see. See if I have handle on things now. I mean, it's one thing to watch the videos, the recordings of the previous session for Phase 3, but it's also a different thing. Actually do it in game. Let's see. I'm gonna try parrying. So I think the rhythm for her attacks where she just flies through the screen, like 1 2 1 2 1 2 1, and then follow up with a talisman. It's like 1 1 at the end, so it's 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 1. Of course, I have to get there. I should have checked my jades first. You know what? I'll do it after this one. So I think I might change some things as well for my loadout. Let's see. Okay, not a bad first round. Phase. Oh, god damn it. Ah, I hate that one. Yeah, they make it so the fire is longer to her back, so you can't just dash through. Maybe I'll change it, actually, my counter to that. Maybe I will try to jump dash. Also, I hate taking damage there. Alright. Look at my jade. Look at my jade. Look at my jades. What can I change here? What if I get rid of this? Let's try that. Let's go with that for now. See how it goes. See how it feels. Pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna try to parry twice. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, what? The flames. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay, so parrying twice does actually work. Okay, okay. I can do this. I think I can do this. And then, yeah, parry at the very end. You know what? Okay. I was thinking of doing the unburdened counter when she does the downward strike, but yeah, sometimes it's just she does the talisman crimson attack. Yeah. Instead of doing the crimson attack where she jumps up and slashes down, she does the talisman, so that trips me up. Yeah, see, that knocks her down. Ah, yeah, see, yeah. Trying to optimize. Yeah, okay, okay. I think I can do that. Yeah. Maybe I can also unburden counter that one. Not that one, because that one's too fast. But okay, okay. So I can optimize this and yeah, increase the DPS. And yeah, that's the thing. I need to be able to distinguish the talisman attack from the hard attack. Yep. Yeah. This is the danger of trying out this new strat. Because, yeah, now I have to relearn when to do the unburdened counter and when to jump up and do a tight kick. Yeah, because this, I take damage there, and it's a damage opportunity that goes to waste. With that, I can unburden counter that, I think. Yeah. That one, I can unburden counter that. Die! Woo! Got his ass. Yeah, her ass. Whew, alright. Yeah. What a fight. Okay, yep. Read that before? Uh-huh, no trace of fear. Not scared, ye, knowing that everything might turn to dust. I am scared, but I have also learned to accept failure. You didn't learn that from me. It's almost time. Oh! We're gonna have to use the rhizomatic arrow bomb.
Kerindo.
Thank you for joining me as we bring an end to this era. It seems not even you can stop the inexorable wheel of history. No! Stop!
Te wasaiban.
Stellarians will last forever and ever! A shining beacon of the universe! They're still at it. They're still going. It's a cool image there. Sick. Like the sun with these tendrils. The rhizomatic roots. Where are you guys at? About 300,000 light years, maybe, or li. Li away from you, Kunlun. Is everything okay there? Good. Then you should be out of range. What do you mean? What are you doing? Aegon infected the primordial roots before she died. Now I have to destroy it. What? You're going to detonate the rhizomatic bomb? But that will destroy the entire island. I know. But this is the only way I could put an end to this disaster. Perhaps this will finally allow Kunlun, allow everything to return to nature. But what about you? I'm sorry, but you'll have to take care of everything else. I've been a terrible friend, always making messes for you to clean up. Yee. That's not true, brother. Don't worry about it. Is Shuan nearby? I want to speak to him. Yee? Shuan. Need you to listen carefully. Afraid I won't be able to pick you up. Lied to me? Promise me you'll eat well and live well on the pale blue planet, even when you're on your own. You lied to me! Also, remember to teach yourself swimming. I'm sure you'll be swimming in the sea in no time, even without me there to help. You're the smartest kid I've ever seen. No, I can't do anything without you, Yi. Why are you doing this? Why would you lie to me? If you're going to throw me away, then why did you save me? You were the one who saved me. You helped me understand so much that I didn't before. You're very fortunate to have spent all this time with you. Thank you, Shuan Shuan. In the end, you were the one who woke me up. You were even able to bring me some hope for this world. Don't say that! I don't want you to go! You can't go! Don't cry. Somebody once told me this. Life and death are one. When the end comes, we'll just return to heaven and earth. Why am I being left behind again? It's not fair. What am I to do? What am I supposed to do when I miss you? Don't worry. Whether you're under the sun's warm embrace or floating upon that boundless ocean, I'll be there as a part of you for all eternity. Okay, better get going. Take care. Yee! Yee, don't! Oh, ooh. Hi. Oh yeah, it was covering the sun. Well, not the whole sun, but... Oh. Shuan Shuan. Heroic sacrifice. You know. Finally learned to accept death. Is this gonna be a different credit sequence? It's probably gonna be the same. Okay, that only took about, half an hour. Thought it would be worse, but yeah, just really also, getting some rest and reviewing the footage helped a bunch. Because it really was just that last phase, really, the crazy attacks that Aegon was doing that was tripping me up. Because she could just combo you to death with it if you make a mistake. Yeah, just figuring that one out, and that was mostly the same. There were some differences to the attacks, like she would have different enders for some of her attack strings that incorporated the crazy fly across the screen slashes, trip you up, and then also the talisman ashes. But yeah, got it, and still definitely one of the hardest bosses I faced in this year of 2024. Recording this video, didn't quite reach pre-nerf Shadow of the Erdtree final boss levels of difficulty, because that took me like 4 hours to beat the first time. This one, yeah, took about like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Like facing Aegon in the standard ending, yeah, that took about an hour to get through. And then I guess adding on these sessions, separate sessions, with the third phase, yeah. Like an hour and a half. Maybe 2 hours, yeah. So yeah, that was a really fun boss fight. It's wild. Incorporating the Unburned counter even more into the openings helped, I think. And there's that growl. I guess one thing that I didn't get to say my first time beating the game, the credits, in terms of like the positives of this game, I didn't actually bring up how good this game looks. Like the style is really cool. It's really clean. It's got obviously anime inspired. Yeah, it's got its style of its own. Taken from Chinese mythology aesthetics. Like you got your contrast of cutesy animal designs with really grotesque, monstrous, mutated designs, and with the robot enemies. And then that fusion of cyborg aesthetics, I guess. Yeah. It's really cool. It's also just really clean. It never quite feels like overwhelming. I think it's like on par with Prince of Persia: Lost Crown in having a lot going on at times, especially during boss battles, but for the most part still being very legible. Once you take some time to get used to the crazy attacks, but for the most part, yeah, it all reads very well for how frantic it gets. And yeah, like the flow of combat really is something else. And of course, I can't help but compare this to Prince of Persia: Lost Crown, and also to some extent Canberra, Tales of Canberra's out. Two other action Metroidvanias that I played this year. I think this game's combat is the best out of all three. It just feels amazing. The talisman mechanic really adds a lot to it, and of course, Unburned counter. I think it's like a really cool type of like perfect parry system that adds risk to it, but if you pull it off, it has extra rewards compared to just like normal parries. And I also just like how there is knockback to the parries, which does contribute to the dynamics of combat, pushing you out of position and also having to reposition to be within reach of enemies, or also get out of their reach, and also using that to your advantage, being knocked back. I think definitely like the designers accounted for it with the way some of the attack strength from the bosses would combo, and how you're being pushed into certain positions when you parry, when you do a perfect parry to continue their combos, and you can also just take advantage of that to just parry multiple times and then be in the perfect position to counterattack with like your own combos, and then with a talisman attack. It all just flows super well. Like yeah, the best out of all three that I played. I do think, yeah, like this is why I also appreciate this game having just like two difficulty settings. One is like the standard difficulty. This is like the base difficulty. This is how the game is designed, which how I played through this whole game. And then there's an easy mode. If you, the story mode, if you really are having trouble getting through the game, compared to Prince of Persia, which I think has like 5 set difficulty modes, and then you can also customize it, which I also appreciate definitely. But I played through that game mostly on just the default difficulty on normal, because at the beginning, as I was going through it. Yeah, the difficulty was definitely I think was good for a default difficulty in that game, but as you know progress, you just get strong. It's like with any game, definitely in Metroidvanias, when you get more and more abilities, combat does get easier and easier, and I think I would have actually appreciated some of the boss battles in Prince of Persia: Lost Crown more on a higher difficulty. It's not to say that I didn't have trouble with them, but yeah, like I think for most of them I beat in like 1 or 2 tries. There were some like yeah, like took 3, 4, 5. I think what was it? The King. Yeah, that was I think that was the one boss fight that I took the most tries to beat. Which I also appreciate because yeah, I really learned that boss. But yeah, I think I would have appreciated some of the boss battles in Prince of Persia more if I had played it. Anyway, post-credit sequence. This is new. New life. Pale blue planet. Hey, the mystic nymph. Yeah, it's kind of like a fish actually. With butterfly wings. So it was like, was Earth like entered an ice age because the new Kunlun spaceship slash giant floating island is also was also blocking the sun to take energy from it to power the ship to keep everybody in their soulscapes alive, even though yeah they were going to be mutated because of the virus. Hey, look at that! New title screen. Oh, very dramatic music now. Triumphant, even. Let's look at these battle memories. I just want to see how this goes. You just... Oh, so this is like Sekiro, I think. You just choose... Yeah. That's cool. I'm not gonna do this right now. Maybe for fun, but I'm not gonna do this like... Well, maybe I'll record a video. Let's see how... Oh, you just get everything too. Yeah, all the jades, like all the stuff that I didn't pick up. Yeah, there's also this like jade system, just basically kind of like Hollow Knight's charm system, which is a pretty cool one. Not a bad idea to copy that. Of course, put your own twist to it. Different abilities, different upgrades, different ways of playing. Ooh, that's cool. That's definitely different. I don't think I ever got this one. Yeah, you can optimize your build to be how you want to play, like how well you play your preferred play style. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and, skill tree that is yeah, it's fairly standard stuff, and definitely felt like it was paced in such a way that made sense. That as you were progressing, you were getting more and more powerful, and kept up with the increase in difficulty, which I think also was perfectly paced for this game. Never felt like I was like, oh gosh, I'm getting my ass kicked here to the point that I need to grind or anything, or there weren't like any like big lulls or incredible peaks that felt out of place. So yeah, like for studio's first Metroidvania, it's like it's a phenomenal job to get that down right. And yeah, there was just like enough exploration and backtracking to justify the design of having this interconnected world that had places that you you can only access by gaining some of the new abilities. And yeah, like there were just enough side quests with the characters to make you more invested in their little stories. And like yeah, like the in terms of story stuff, a lot of archetypes really that I think were for the most part fairly well done, solid enough. Like I cared enough about the characters, didn't blow me away or anything. That's also an interesting world that they set up here. Also, not like the most original thing, but yeah, it all made sense. There was enough intrigue in it to get me invested enough to want to learn more about it, and you know, like read all the logs and pay attention to all the cutscenes and the dialogue. There's like history as well with Kunlun. There's a whole history even, like different families and Lear, going back to him and his whole, like I guess he kind of followed the same sort of story arc, right? Because Lear was this man of science who eventually saw that there is a need for spirituality to balance things, and also saw like the limits of what science can do. And yeah, with Yi, kind of follow the same arc, especially when you develop this relationship with all the other characters, especially with Xuan Xuan. Obviously, like the game very much is centered around Taoism. Wouldn't say I'm an expert on that. I only have like the very very basic understanding of it. It's like, you know, it's a whole philosophy, and even like I think could also be regarded as a religion for some. But yeah, so it's like the way, nature, and change being also essential to that belief system. And following the natural order of things, and letting change happen. And part of that is yeah, death. And that was pretty much executed in the game. I mean, it also kind of just like follows the soul storyline. Also, Sekiro, like people's obsession with immortality, which is again going against the order of things. Yeah, so it's like a well-trodden ground. Not definitely not the most narratively insightful or emotionally impactful game that Red Candles put out, but it's solid enough. And of course, they made up for it with just amazing mechanics and combat being the highlight. Yeah, fantastic Metroidvania. Yeah, again, also have to reiterate, it's a looker. It's got a real cool style to it. cool character designs, very archetypal, but you know, solid. Yeah, Yi's whole character design also very, yeah, kind of got an iconic look to it too. Really, very cute, but also at the same time sleek. Cat-like character design, especially with this robe, uh, with the sleeves billowing in. Can't see his arms, but then yeah, of course, see it with the sword slashes, the energy sword. So it looks really cool. It's dashing, like yeah, like the after image, and parries also is just sick. Just using his hand, and yeah, the Tai Chi counter. Yeah, it's just all works really well. It's just like top to bottom, like visual design. And yeah, even audio as well. Very satisfying. Yeah, that whoosh when you do that, and then dash, yeah, the Tai Chi counter, the charging up sounds. Yeah. It's all very, very cool. Yeah. That's Nine Souls. Great game. Definitely one of my favorites of 2024. Yeah, it's just right up there with Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I think Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown does better with traversal and like the puzzle platforming. Yeah, Prince of Persia really goes wild with that and making the player use all of the abilities. It's wild, and yeah, also the traversal abilities in Prince of Persia are also just like another level. But I do think, yeah, Nine Souls has it beat when it comes to the combat. I think even yeah, and also like the aesthetic. I think I prefer Nine Souls aesthetic more to Prince of Persia. Although Prince of Persia also does look really cool as well. I think it was a bad looking game, but yeah. So yeah, it kind of just evens out. I think I cared more about the story in Nine Souls than I did in Prince of Persia. Like I think Prince of Persia had maybe a more interesting premise to it with where it was going and the twists and turns, but I couldn't really be I couldn't get like too invested in it with the characters. I don't know, it didn't resonate with me as much as the people here in Nine Souls. I think definitely the quests in Nine Souls being more involved with like the actual cast helped a lot compared to Prince of Persia. But yeah, so like accounted for everything. Like yeah, kind of on the same level, balancing everything out. So yeah, having two amazing Metroidvanias come out the same year, yeah, what a great year for Metroidvanias. Also, yes, shout outs to Tales of the Kenzera's which I think is like my least favorite of the three, but it's still like that game's a pretty solid game in its own. Yeah, that's enough of me blabbing. It's Nine Souls, great game, great game.